So we've just machine polished this car. We've got it looking as good as we possibly can. Now we're on to coatings and protection.
Hey Jimbo, so now we're on to Sealants.
Now, Sealants does a whole world of things, Steph. Used on its own, it's going to be semi-permanent filling capabilities. It's got a light bit of cut on it. You can use it mainly as a primer for your C-cores.
Yeah, that was the thing that interested me when I seen it, as it acts as that primer for the coating.
So you would scrap your your eraser. You wouldn't need to panel wipe after Sealants.
Yeah.
So that should leave all the gloss in the world, whether we want.
Yeah. The thing with the CarPro C-cores as well is CarPro recommend 2 coats.
Yeah, within 60 minutes.
As long as you can get the second one in within 60 minutes. Maximum of 3.
Yeah, so we need to be on our toes with this one.
Yeah, I mean there's 2 of us, so we should be fine. Thing with this, it's abrasive resistance. Birds can poo all over it, and it ain't gonna make no difference.
Happily.
Yeah. Cleaning is gonna be really easy.
Yeah.
We've got salt resistant, UV protection, hydrophobic qualities.
Everything you want.
Yeah. So really clever these are. So.
We're not going to use reload with this, we're going to go gliss, yeah?
Yeah, thing to say as well is, well done for reminding me, James, you get a bottle of reload in here as well.
Yeah.
So if you need to get that car out in less than 12 hours, you can bang reload over it, and that gives your car the protection while it's still curing underneath.
Reload goes on C-cores within an hour though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's 2 coats quickly within an hour, and then reload also.
Within an hour.
Within an hour.
Yeah.
Makes sense. We're not going to use reload, we're going to go gliss. Let's test this CarPro to its limit, shall we?
Okay. Hey James, so now we've got gliss.
Mate, I've never used gliss before.
Nor have I.
The only thing we really can compare that to is the G-Technique EXO, you know, where it goes over the top of the ceramic coating. It can be used on its own. I mean, the one thing that's drawing me to that is anti-watermarks. What's it telling me? It's not going to leave watermarks when the
It's a
vehicle's
big
wet?
statement,
Massive.
very big statement. So, one thing for us to do is, we'll try it, and we'll see if that is true.
Stefano?
Fly by forte.
Me, I love a windscreen coating. My favourite kind of coating, I think, mate. Just for the safety aspect of it, you know?
Yeah, good thing with these, and they have improved a lot with time. You don't get any windscreen wiper juddering, which was a big thing years ago with like Rain-X and stuff like that.
Totally agree.
Bit of judder. So we've got a bit of abrasive resistant. Water beading, 30 mile an hour and above.
Yeah.
Minimum of 6 months.
Maximum of 2 years.
Big statement.
Massive statement.
Only one way to find out, mate.
Get it on that car and see what happens.
Okay, mate. So now we've got the new upgraded from 2019, leather.
It's got a lot of statements on that, mate. The main pro with that, 2-year protection.
Yeah, it's good.
Blue dye transfer from your jeans, shouldn't have any problem. It should repel pretty much everything, mate, you know.
Well, they say with this, it's hydrophobic.
And oil phobic, I read.
Yeah, and it's protected from oils, which, I mean, if that's true, that's a good thing, that is. Really good thing. Abrasive resistant, and they say any dye transfer just won't happen.
Interior wood, interior plastic, but mate, my eyes are being drawn to that big red sticker on the side of it.
Yeah,
explain a bit of that.
We both scratched our heads on this, and we don't know the reason why, but they've gone to the effort of putting this little alert label on the side of the packaging and on their website as well. This is not to be used on Volvo leather seats. Don't know why, but they have gone through a lot of effort. So please, if you've got a Volvo, this is not for you.
The other thing it says about white seats, it says test it 24 hours before doing anything. So you're going to have to apply it, a small area, underneath, to the side, somewhere out of the way, and come back tomorrow and see what's happened.
We'll be doing that in a minute then, mate.
Yeah, because I don't fancy any problems with that.
Not when we've got the director's car here.
I know, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, so we're going to tread carefully with this one, but if it works, it sounds brilliant.
Job's a good one.
Yeah. All right, Jimbo.
Fabric.
Got fabric here. Good product, this.
Anything fabric. Interior, all your floor mats, your carpet, exterior, cabriolet roofs, at home, the boys' trainers. It coats everything he's ever bought with that gear.
It's really easy as well with this. It's simple. Spray on, agitate around with a sponge, And then a further spray on to make sure you've got a nice even coverage.
Even coat.
Leave for 24 hours, don't get wet.
Yeah.
Basically.
The agitation is just to make sure you've hit all 4 sides of that fibre as it's standing up.
Yeah.
Beads like hell.
Yeah, it's a good product. Deluxe.
Wheels, plastic trim.
Okay. With this, 1 to 3 hours cure time, 3 days before you wash.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's what they recommend. It's going to make the wheels easy to clean.
Oh yeah.
UV protection on unpainted plastics.
Should look great.
Yeah, it should look great. They reckon really hydrophobic.
Did I read that you could use that on plastic, on rubber as well?
Yes, you can. There's a few things on the side of here that says you can use it on plastic, vinyl, rubber, car wheels and brake calipers. So, if it's on the calipers, saying to me it's got a bit of heat resistant built into this thing as well.
It's got that, yeah, so it'll just come straight off.
Yeah. Well, we're going to use this on the Range Rover and then time will tell how good this is.
It really will. Now we're on to coatings and protection.
What we've got here is the 50mm sea quartz. In here you get the sea quartz, you get reloads that we can apply on afterwards, give it protection so you can get the car out sooner. We've got applicator foam pad, we've got a couple of window or door shut stickers, and we've got 5 applicator cloths here and then a buffing cloth as well. So what we're going to do is get this wrapped around here.
Now you showed me a trick on these, Steph. I didn't even realise they were like that.
So if you wrap it around there, Jimbo, and then there's a little incision all the way down the side with our trusted card.
Tuck it in.
We just tuck it in, mate. And then that just stops the applicator slipping off while we're using it.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Rock on.
Alright, so give this a good shake first, and then we're going to apply a fair bit on this because it's a new pad.
You apply, I'll take off, yeah?
Perfect.
Brilliant.
Right, we're going to split this bonnet, it's quite a large bonnet, up into 4 sections. What we're going to do is a cross-hatch motion, and then James is going to follow me around once it's flashed off and he's going to buff it off. You've got 2 people, we should be fairly quick at getting through this, to be fair.
Ready when you are, mate. Just checking the time, mate, just checking the time.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that 1:58, so 2 minutes, between 30 seconds and 2 minutes, flash off.
Okay, so bonnet's now coated and Jimbo's very kindly buffed it off. One thing to mention is I'd replace the cloth on here, the application cloth, probably after your 3rd panel. You've got 5 anyway, so as long as you can spread that out over the duration of the car, but it is a glass coating, we don't want that crystallising and then becoming quite a large piece of scratch material. So I'll change this after another couple of panels. Jimbo?
And then me, I'm going around with this. I'll literally keep changing this inside and out every time we do it. And then I'm running around after this cloth with a fat boa, just to buff the rest off, make sure I've got it all. And it's looking... So we've applied 2 coats of sea quartz to this car. One was yesterday, the second one was this morning. Now we've got 4 hours before we can apply gliss. But before that, Steph, any tips for our viewers for applying sea quartz?
One thing, 50ml bottle, 2 coats on this, and you could still probably do a golf size car, which is pretty impressive, to be honest.
Easy.
First coat, the application side, getting it off, it's a bit thick, it's a bit grippy. It is quite smeary as well. The second coat seemed a bit easier, didn't it?
Yeah, it glided off.
One thing I would say is really over exaggerate your buffing stage, because you will drag it onto different panels, you will drag it further onto the panel you're doing. It is a bit of a nightmare on that front, so maybe have 3 cloths. The third one, just go over that panel once you've done it, just to make sure it's completely removed. But now we've done.
Don't leave it in your hand as you're going around.
Yeah, that's another important thing, mate. But now we've done, we're going to crack on with the inside of the car, with the leather, the fabrics, all them sorts of things, while this is curing.
So before we coat any leather, we need to clean it. And we've got CarPro's Inside, which is a dedicated leather and interior cleaner. It's going to be perfect for all the plastics and the leather before we get a coating on it. So we've cleaned the interior of the car now, we've hoovered it, we've used Inside on all the leather and all the plastics. Now we're all ready to coat the leather, Steph.
Yep, so CarPro leather here. It says to test an inconspicuous area first, which we did in the boot here. Hasn't turned green, so we're all good to go. With this, you can layer it up after 30 minutes. So we're going to put a couple of coats on the inside here, and then James is going to buff off with a clean microfiber to get any excess. Okay, so me and James have gone round all the leather, give it one really good coat, and then we went round a second time, just on the bases, just to make sure that this cream leather's protected well. And now we're going to move on to
fabric. So that's for the bolsters, the floor mats, the carpets. Loads of protection.
Okay, so me and James have cleaned and dried these floor mats. They're ready now to be protected with fabric. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray all over the floor mat. James is going to agitate around with his sponge, and then we'll go over a second time with fabric just to make sure that we've got a nice level of protection.
So we've applied fabric, we've sprayed, we've agitated, we've resprayed. We've now got 24 hours to let them fully cure.
Okay, so now we're on to protecting the wheels. Before we do anything, we're just going to go around with a razor and make sure that they're oil and contaminant free, ready for their coating.
Then we're going to use CarPro Deluxe. This will protect the plastics, the alloys, wheels, the rubbers, the vinyl, and the calipers as well. And it's going to make the wheels lovely, easy to clean. Loads of protection. Let's get it on.
now the wheels have cured, we're going to apply CarPro Pearl. This is what we used the other day on my truck. This you can use diluted 1-to-1, or you can use as it is. So that's how we're going to do it, James. So James has got the CarPro tyre sponge here. So let's apply it, mate.
Thank you, mate. A bit messy at the start. Let's make sure we don't drop it. There we go. So, Sealants has finally cured for the 4 hours. We're now ready for gliss. But in that 4 hours, what else have we coated, Steph?
So we've gone through the leather, the fabric, protecting the wheels. We've put pearl tile dressing on, which I quite like, it's quite amazing that is. So now we're going to put this hyper slick top coat on. The good thing about this product is it's a standalone, or it can be used as a top coat for Sealants. Okay, so we've now finished the paintwork. We've added a nice layer of gliss over the top, nice hydrophobic slick top coat. Now we're going to go on to Fly-by Forte.
Fly-by Forte is a little bit different to any of the other screen coatings we use. What it's telling us to do is put 3 coats on the windscreen without buffing off. What it's telling us to do is turn this over and take it off with this, and only do that once on the side. So, mate, we'll try what the instructions say and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll give it a go.
So, we have gone through these products on the Range Rover from top to tail. Now we're going to go through some tips and hints just to help you guys out what we discovered.
Yeah, we're just going to go through these just briefly, just to let you know what we found out when using them and things to look out for. Jimbo,
Next off,
now on to protecting the paintwork.
Sealants 3.0 UK.
Yeah, so the reason it's called UK with this one is it's been changed a little bit to work with our climate. You can use it between 5 degrees and 30 degrees. So temperature in here over the past couple of days we've been using this, it's been around 15, so we've been pretty much bang in the middle. So
working, yeah.
We've applied 2 coats of this. It says maximum of 3, but we've applied 2 on.
The first coat getting off, we should mention, was a bit grabby, a bit grippy, you know.
Yeah, it was a little bit difficult, wasn't it? It smeared quite a long way. So you've really got to over exaggerate your buffing with a secondary cleaner cloth.
Yeah, come in with it straight off,
Yeah.
and then that over the top.
Yeah. In this as well, 50mm. We've done 2 coats on a new car that's got no unpainted plastics on it.
And it's massive.
And it's massive. And there's still enough in there probably to do a hatchback.
Easily.
So A little goes a long way.
Yeah, totally.
Really, really good product. You get a little bottle of reload in there as well, which if you can get that on within 60 minutes of the last coat, then it enables you to use the car a lot sooner, so you haven't got to leave it to cure inside overnight, which is really, really good. So yeah, I was quite happy with that.
Yeah,
it's not a quick process though.
None of these are, to be fair.
No, but we then went over the top with Gliss. Hyper slick, hydrophobic top coat.
That should be like anything now.
Yeah, you can use on your own, or you can use it as a top coat to Sealants, which is what we've done on this. So we've given it massive amounts of protection.
We should mention taking Gliss off with this cloth.
Yeah.
Not good. This was linting, it was breaking up, it was leaving bits on the panel.
Yeah.
Two of the fat boas, perfect for that.
Yeah. A lot easier to remove than a Sealants though.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it felt really slick. When I was putting it on, it felt quite slippy.
I can't wait to get it wet.
No, I can't either.
So Steph, we should really talk about Essence and Essence Plus.
Yeah.
Not to be confused. Essence, Essence before for a primer, Essence Plus after a repair agent.
We found that that actually works quite well.
Yeah, it really did.
We had a cured smear that was on the quarter panel that we clocked when we got it outside. Went over with this with the microfiber with our hand.
Took it straight off, didn't it?
It was amazing. So it is a get out of jail free card having this. So another one of them products that if you are coating a vehicle, it's good to have in your bag.
Absolutely.
Just to cover you.
Now Essence will put a coating of SiO2 over, so you can get a lot of protection just from Essence. Essence Sealants Gliss is about as good as you're going to get.
Yeah, really, really good. Right, Jimbo, on to protecting the glass now.
Yeah, Flyby Forte.
Yeah. How did you find applying that?
I found that fine, mate. Yeah, no, quite liked it. 3 light coats on the windscreen.
Yeah.
1 on the sides. What they're telling you is to just keep working it until it goes almost invisible.
Yeah.
3 times, and then turn that little lint applicator off around, and then buff it off.
Yeah.
That
we
didn't work.
tried that, and we discovered we'd probably still be doing it now, to be honest,
totally
and
agree,
into tomorrow. So what we found was getting 2 clean microfibers, just going over the top to buff it off.
Just buff it.
And it was absolutely fine. James, we are now on to Deluxe.
Wheels and plastic protection.
Yep, so brake calipers as well, and rubber. So hydrophobic. So we've gone round with a razor first on the wheels, didn't we?
Degrease the wheels, make sure there's nothing left on them.
Yeah. So suede applicator, Deluxe onto there, went around the wheels. Always recommend starting at the valve so that you've got that starting point and end point, because you can't really see when you've applied it, can
Once
you?
you get back to the valve, you know where you've been.
Yeah, you know you've done it all. So James went round and buffed it all off. Seemed really quick and easy, and it'd be really, really interesting to see how good it is at repelling brake dust and how easy it is to keep them clean. Right, so
Right.
we are now on to
Leather.
So, brand new cream leather in this. It's ideal to protect. Best thing about this that I'm really looking forward to seeing how it works is that it's stopping dye transfer off jeans. It's a common problem with light coloured leather. It's a nightmare once it's on to get it off. So we've put 2 coats of this on, the bases.
We should mention we tested a bit before because of that big sticker.
Yeah, so we did it a little bit inside the boot, tested it, left it for 24 hours, which is what they recommend, and see what happens.
Come back next day.
It does say on the box about not using it on Volvo leather. We have no idea why.
We'd like to know why though.
Yeah, so comment below if you've used it before and you've had an adverse effect. Let us know what happened. And if you have got an old Volvo that you don't mind destroying the leather, have a go with it and let us know. Jimbo.
CarPro fabric protection.
What a very, very good product that is.
How hydrophobic is that?
Very. Now you'd have already seen on our videos when we tested on the floor mats, so we gave it 24 hours. We left the floor mats outside of the car because it does smell like you've just filled your lawnmower up with petrol a little bit.
Yeah, it's got a stink to it.
Yeah, but after 24 hours it did die down, so all was good. The hydrophobic protection from that has really, really impressed both of us,
Amazing.
hasn't it? So it'd be interesting to see how long this lasts. The way we applied this was spray on. James went over with a sponge and just made sure that all sides of the fibre was covered, and then we saturated again with this. We've done floor mats and we've probably still got 2/3 of the bottle left. So
I've done all the carpets.
yeah, so it's gone quite far, and if you've got kids I think this would be a godsend, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to be putting it in my wife's car, that's for certain. Okay Jimbo, so we're now on to one of my favourites.
Pearl.
CarPro Pearl.
Plastic, engine, rubber, leather.
That's what Pearl stands for. So if you didn't know, you do now. This can be diluted down, so recommend getting a few of the CarPro dilution bottles, and then you can dilute it 1-to-1 for engines or for tyres. You can even use them diluted for tyres as well, which we've done on the Range Rover, and they look wicked. They look really, really wet and glossy. So if you like that wet and glossy look, this is really, really clever. And then they say 3-to-1 for external plastics and painted plastics, and then 5-to-1, and you can use it on the leather. So clever product. Few dilution bottles, mixed at different dilutions, and you can use this for quite a few different things.
Multitude of uses.
Really, really like using this product, and I think the finish looked amazing on the car. Jimbo.
Stephalar.
So good, it's made it into the second video, mate.
I think it deserves another mention, man.
I do as well. So, clarified glass cleaner, really good.
It's fairly new product out by CarPro.
Yeah, it is. But I've got to admit, mate, this glass cloth is probably one of the best glass cloths I've ever used.
It feels like a wetsuit.
Yeah, to the point where it's going in my truck, and I'll be using this every time. So this glass cloth, we've both found is excellent. And you are right, it is a little bit like a wetsuit material, but there was no streaking or smearing or nothing. It was so easy.
The cloth didn't even feel that wet, did it?
No, but really, really recommend these two products together. They're excellent.
So we're now coming to the end of our Slim's how-to guide with the CarPro range. Mate, I've got to say I've enjoyed this range.
Yeah, I have as well. Some really, really good products on this table. I've really enjoyed using them over the last few days. It's been really good, and hopefully the director's happy with her car when she gets back off holiday. And as always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Let us know how you've got on with these products. Let us know what your favourite is in the comments below. And if you've got any questions, also please put them in, and me and James or one of the other Slims members will get back to you with an answer.
Absolutely.
And please join us next time for more Slims how-to videos.
All the best.